Hello out there, we're on the air, it's hockey night tonight. Tension grows, the whistle blows, and the puck goes down the ice. The goalie jumps and the players bump and the fans all go insane. Someone roars, Bobby scores at the good old hockey game. Oh, the good old hockey game is the best game you can name. And the best game you can name is the good old hockey game. Oh, the good old hockey game is the best game you can name. And the best game you can name is the good old hockey game.
Hello out there, we're on the air. It's the Hockey Happy Hour. Wade Gordon here from your Hamilton, Ontario studios. The CSPHLC is in full effect. Steve Pucksang is in between the pipes for the home side. Red Deer, he faces up against Philippe Petlanier of the Chicoutimi Fur Brigade. The Red Deer with their first home game here in these playoffs. They are down by two games to nothing. And immediately, this high-energy crowd has been silenced by the Chicoutimi Fur Brigade. This might get reviewed. I'm not certain to see if he kicked that one in, but Steve Pucksang, very unlike himself. That one took a deflection and in off the rebound. Looks like it is going to stand. Chicoutimi. Before I could even welcome you to this game, here in Red Deer, Alberta, Glenn Goggett with the goal. His fourth of these playoffs. He has been non-stop for the Chicoutimi Fur Brigade, who have a 2-0 lead, taking both home games, 1 and 2. They're looking to go up 3-0, as did the Oshawa Teeth earlier today. Game 4 looms ahead tomorrow for all four teams. On the back end, Red Deer are trying to get it out of their own zone. This has been the issue. They've just not been able to do enough to prevent Chicoutimi from coming alive. And in both games, 1 and 2, it was the third period where Chicoutimi broke open and the floodgates opened and the goals started coming. Here's Red Deer, shot from distance by Alex Kogelby. And I think it went a little bit wide. He's got it again, and big save by Petlanier. Petlanier, goals against average of 3.5 this playoffs. One-timer and attempt to put it in with Liddenstone, and Petlanier stopped it. Petlanier, 3.29 goals against average in the regular season, 34 games. Good enough to rank him 5th among all active goaltenders with the prerequisite amount of games played. And finished a solid 5th in those rankings. Rick Froskins off the face-off and tries to find Dillasoo. Puts it in, takes a deflection, then throws a hit just for good measure. Stays in the stays in the attacking zone for Red Deer. DeVevino up to Froskins to Lalibert at the point. Liddenstone, Froskins over to Dillasoo. Back to Bennett, DeVevino. Lalibert has time. Shot. Might have taken a deflection off the glove and went wide, crashing against the boards. And back out of the zone is Patrick Linson. Doesn't hang on to it for very long. Liddenstone recovers, and here come the Red Deer yet again. Ramler tries to just feed it in front. May have just missed the stick, and Petlanier able to put it down for the face-off. Well, that has been the the issue for the Red Deer. Steve Minczynski has 2 goals for them in these playoffs. Louis Quintal, 2 assists. And that is the only amount of scoring that top line of Red Deer has produced in the playoffs. A stark difference from the regular season. Paul Cloutier trying to fend off a defender, tries to feed it in front. Perrault recovers it, and all by himself, here comes Lachance, Duncan Lachance. Tries to slide it in, and Petlanier is there at the near post. Here comes Steve Belloni, all by himself, taking some time. He's got help from Lanko. Lanko kind of hanging in front, tries to feed it there. He ends up getting it. Score! Chicoutimi take a 2-0 lead. And it's Steve Belloni, in fact. Patrick Lanko getting the assist. Steve Belloni, his 2nd goal of these playoffs. Lanko, assist number 2. Belloni has 4 points. And he has been a vital part of this Chicoutimi attack.
Scored by number 68, assisted by number 13.
Again, the Red Deer find themselves in a massive hole. Pucksang able to get in front of that slap shot. Gives it and goes. There's Rick Lace trying to find Kling LaRocca. It's shot by. Well, the shot was by Boucher. End up going wide. There's Jack Key back up and down. Can ready to press lane. Puts it wide. Stays in the zone. Carbon trying to just feed it in front. I think the puck got away from his stick. Pucksang will hold on to it. It's a face-off with 8:34 to go in. On the Red Deer zone, as it has been yet again, Chicoutimi too much for the Red Deer. The number 3 seed, the champions of the Prairie Division, the top team in the Prairie Division. Chicoutimi. Red Deer came into the playoffs on a 7-game winning streak, and it was a rude awakening as they have lost their first 2 games to the Chicoutimi Fur Brigade, who, including the playoffs, are currently riding an 8-game winning streak, looking to push it to 9 with a win today. But again, 2-0 with 7 minutes to go left in the first period. It's a little bit early to be crowning them just yet. But it has been all Chicoutimi for the first 13 minutes of this hockey game. Duryer's trying to hang it into Esebesi up to Thantito. Back across ice to Shellett to Esebesi. Puts it in and scores! Well, they can't seem to miss, can they? The Chicoutimi Fur Brigade are doing everything to silence this Alberta crowd. As early as possible, they have taken a 3-0 lead in the first period, with the potential to go up 3 games to nothing in this series. And Red Deer are just looking, well, they're looking lost at the moment. Steve Pucksang, 2nd overall in the regular season.
Scored by number 62.
That's Esebesi's first goal and first point of the playoffs, as Pucksang has to sit on yet another save. Steve Pucksang, 2nd overall in goaltending in the regular season. A goals against average of 2.98. Well, he's matched that. He's unfortunately put a performance in the first period that's worse than that average. But in front, Red Deer just cannot hang on to it. Here's Louis Quintal trying to keep it in the zone. Kogelby gets taken down from behind. And they recovered. Here is that top line of Red Deer yet again. Minczynski gets some support, I believe, by that was Lalabert. Coleman Lalibert out there with Rick Froskins at the moment. Going for the line change, not much. And Chicoutimi has just stopped this top line of Red Deer. Lalibert fighting with Pierre Toussignas. Toussignas is able to get to a stick to it. And Lalibert has it back. Cross ice pass. Minchensky back out there. Kobe. And it's slipped away. This has been the story of this entire playoff series for the Red Deers. Their top line has been held completely ineffective. Shot coming in by Leclerc. And Puksang has to stand up and block it with his body. Minchensky gets it back over the blue line. Kogelby takes a tumble. And looks like that is also Dennis Bevino as he comes off the bench. Taking a tumble as well. Candourier back in his own zone up to Dennis Bevino. Cross ice to Livingstone, 2-on-2. He's got Bevino. Livingstone loses it. He's gotten more help in front of goal if he can get back to the puck. But Glenn Goggett is there and makes the opportunity to pull it away and does not have numbers at the moment, but he has been able to score. Plant tries to put it in. Takes a deflection on its way to the net. And it's an easy poke away by Steve Puksang. Seconds to go. Shot from distance by Livingstone for Red Deer. And that has really been a nice little subset, an example of how the series has gone. Chicoutimi have been stopping the Red Deer before they can even get the shots off, and Chicoutimi just cannot seem to miss the net. It is 3-0 in this Game 3 from Red Deer, Alberta. We'll be back in just a few moments with the second period of Game 3. Wade Gordon here from the Hamilton, Ontario studios, the CSPHLC Hockey Happy Hour Playoff Edition, Game 3. The Chicoutimi Fur Brigade lead by 3-0. Shots in first period, 9-7, so fairly even. But this Red Deer crowd, this Alberta crowd, is standing up and being heard to support their home side. They need all the help they can get at this moment. They are down 3-0. They are down in the series 2-0. They need a massive comeback after looking fairly asleep in that first period. Their shots were there, but the Fur Brigade just could not miss the back of the net when they took a shot. Oh, big hit in his own zone by Kogelby. Good forechecking by the Fur Brigade. Quintal ends up getting rid of it. Minchensky, here is the link up. Minchensky's shot is off a skate of Petlanier. And Fur Brigade have it behind their own net. Just the confidence they have with these passes. Stan Thiedel gets it out to Kevin Shellett. Here comes Shellett by himself. He's got help, I believe, from Leclerc. Harvin is there, and yeah, there's going to be a stoppage in play as Steve Puksang puts a glove down on it. And yeah, it wasn't really a clean attempt on goal. He just sort of was able to get the loose puck and make the pace just slow down just a bit. Esavesi is taken down. Rick Froskins up to Bob Livingstone. Here's Dennis Bevino. Bevino heads it out to Lalibert. Lalibert's shot is just off the blocker. of Petlanier, and that just seems like it's been the story so far. That's one of the best chances I think the Red Deer have had all game. And here they come back again. Froskins to DeBevino. Rick Froskins passes back into the neutral zone to Bob Lidenstone. He's got assistance. He takes a shot himself. It goes wide. And collected by Froskins, trying to center it. Ends up being a deflection back to Petlanier, who was looking alive, or else it would have been one of his own players. I think Pierre Cousign's putting him in his own net. 3-0 up. You don't want to be giving away a sloppy opportunity like that. A sloppy opportunity, perhaps a slop opportunity. Perhaps not. Perrault recovers after a couple players take a tumble behind the Red Deer, behind Steve Pucksang's net. Here we go again to Bevino. Boucher back to the point. Lachance keeps it in. Lachance's shot. Big glove save by Petlanier. Just snatches it out of the air and holds it for a face-off. 12:21 to go in the second period. The Red Deer dropped both games in Saguenay, Quebec. The Chicoutimi Fur Brigade, number 2 seed, currently on a winning streak. 8 games strong. That goes back into the regular season, includes the first 2 games of the playoffs. Face-off is won by Chicoutimi. Carbon over to Jack Key. Key trying to center it to Carbon. Puts it in, he scores! Well, he just needed a second of space. And Peter Carbon makes it a 4-0 game. And this is getting a bit out of control here. Carbon's first playoff goal. His second point of the playoffs. Provided by Jack Key. Carbon had 11 goals in the regular season. And that is Chicoutimi's 4th line. Coming up huge for them. Ken Reddy, Peter Carbon, Jack Key. They take the face-off as well against Craig Cramler. And the 3rd line for Red Deer. Red Deer just have no answer for what Chicoutimi have been doing to them. I think the one big difference at the moment is that in the first 2 games, it was at least an evenly matched contest. Here's Cramler trying to slide it in. A little too close to the crease and takes a tumble back to the ice. And here come the Fur Brigade yet again. It is Bruce Prestlin. Bring it all the way, but he loses it. And they've got numbers. 3-on-2. LaRocca makes the delock. And it is blocked by Petlanier. Here comes Reddy back and forth stuff. Konovac intercepts it at neutral ice. The Rockmax takes a massive hit and returns the favor on the way in. Here's Duryea. Didn't even get the shot off. And the Fur Brigade have the numbers. 3-on-2 at the moment. One-timer shot by Presslin. And it goes wide. There's all by himself is Kof the lock. Does he have a chance to do it? Oh, big save! Big save by Petlanier. Just gets the left pad to it. Quintal's shot, and Petlanier is coming up huge again. Glenn Goggett back down the ice. He's got a chance. He's going to head it over to Lanco. And waiting for the reserves to arrive and unable to. It's back to the central ice. Lalibert for Red Deer takes it back into the Chicoutimi zone. Been really action here. Petlanier, big glove save, and he stops. And we all can take a breath at that moment. My goodness, there were shots and opportunities on both ends of the ice there. The one difference I was trying to say before was that Red Deer have been keeping the games close in their first 2 games. It was only that 3rd period where the floodgates just seemed to open and Chicoutimi just could not miss the net. Right now, it's been a very different game. But Red Deer seem to have woken up just a bit. Lalibert to Minchensky, back out, and the floater is right to Petlanier. Didn't have a full amount of velocity on that. I think he was trying to find someone in front of net. No one was there. Kogelby tries to put it out the pads. And they're keeping the pressure here. Croskins to Quintal. Minchensky's shot is just wide. Just wide of the net. Takes a deflection, and Baloney has it at the far end of the ice over to Lanco. Patrick Lanco behind his own net. Loses it just a bit. But Alex Kogelby is also down on the ice. So unable to take advantage, but Baloney Over to Tusinis, and for that little bit of time, the Fur Brigade. Here's Cloutier, all in by himself. Tries to put it in, goes too wide. I think someone got to stick to it. I couldn't quite see, but it looked like he was trying to just take it far side. And Stick was able to poke it away. Kevin Shellett back in the Chicoutimi zone. Max Dillisu has it and cannot just push it in to the near post side of Petlanier. Big hit delivered to Craig Cramler. It was delivered by, I think that was Ovino. There's Duncan, LaChance, Stan Thiedel out there now. LaChance trying to push it back, and Linson to Shellett. And here come the Fur Brigade yet again. 1:42 left to go in the second period. It has been all Chicoutimi in game 3. They're up 4 goals to nothing. They're looking to make the series a 3-0 lead, with the chance to sweep the Alberta side of the Prairie Division winners in tomorrow's game 4. If that's the case, we have the potential 2 sweeps tomorrow. There's Philly and Plant hanging on to it. That was Pouffelet to Leclerc. Pouffelet has it again. Shot! Takes a deflection. Linson isn't there to sweep it in. It would have been an open net if he had it. Shot from distance and scores! Bruce Preslin. Plenty of chances all period. He finally gets his with 2 seconds to go in the second period. And we are looking at a 5-0 game in favor of the Chicoutimi Fur Brigade. And the Red Deer, well, that is the last thing they wanted to see right before going to the intermission. Going to be a lot of trudging fans in red and black, making their way back to the concession stands, having themselves a couple beers.
Time of the goal, 19 minutes, 58 seconds.
But we are at the end of 2. The final period is coming up in just a few moments. And the Red Deer put on a stellar comeback in the third period. Or will the Chicoutimi Fur Brigade hold on? It's 5-0. Chicoutimi lead Red Deer in game 3. We'll be back in just a few. Third period about to kick off. And it has already kicked off here in the season, in the series, for the Chicoutimi Fur Brigade. Puck drops. Chicoutimi controls the neutral zone. And it's lost immediately to Konovac. William Plant goes on his face. His plants, I suppose. And here's Candourier all by himself. And he learns the hard way that he runs right into Kevin Shellett. Red Deer lead the game. Lead the Fur Brigade in shots. Just barely, but the score line is very different. Kogovi's shot, and Petlanier comes in massively. And he has been unstoppable for this Chicoutimi side. He has been such an asset. Shot, and they get it in! They score! Well, you can't do much if you don't get it the first time in. And all of that finally puts one away for the Red Deer Red Deer, they get past Petlanier. And it's Bob Liddenstone, his first goal of the playoffs. Offside is the call on the restart.
Time of the goal, 1 minute 51 seconds.
Back on the ice, and well, coming in to net for the Red Deer is Gordrick Grolot. I didn't notice that happening during the second period, so I think they are starting the third period with a backup goaltender in net for them. Offside is the call as the puck slid other side of the blue line. So Gordrick Grolot, I don't believe has seen a single second. Has seen a single second of action in the regular season. So a bit of a debut. Not exactly the debut you want to have here, but what a time, and he scores! He lets in his first. Kevin Chalette. And it is just going from bad to worse, or perhaps it was already at worse by this point, and it's just gone to even worser. Worser. Just really, really bad. Just not good at all. Yeah, it's been all Chicoutimi in this one, 6-1, and lots of time left, and any sort of hope that the Red Deer might have had from that one goal to start things off. They're back where they started at the beginning of this period, down by 5. On the back, takes a big hit. They've just been getting beaten up by this Chicoutimi team as well. Physically, Chicoutimi have just been laying it in. The hits have been coming. You just see every puck is fought for. No body is left unchecked, basically. Here's Linson. Linson been rather quiet for this game. Shellett shot, he scores! Well, at will at this point. You have to imagine for Chicoutimi, if it's going on net, it has a chance of going in. And it's not getting any nicer for the Red Deer. The second stingiest team in the regular season. An average of less than 3 goals allowed per game. They were the leading scorers in the regular season.
Scored by number 6, assisted by number 84.
Of an average of over 4.5 goals per game. They are being just outworked, outplayed, and outmatched by Chicoutimi here. There's nothing against Chicoutimi. This is obviously the 2 seed in the playoffs. They're not any sort of underdog story here. And they'll go up to Goget. But the way they are just dismantling the Red Deer, getting to Steve Pucksang, getting him out of the net. I mean, if you're a Red Deer fan and you had your first home playoff game and you were going to be told that Steve Pucksang was going to get pulled, then you might just not want to, if you knew that for certain, you might just not want to show up to the arena today. That being said, here's Quintal to Kogelby, and Duke are able to clean it back up. 11:30 to go in this game. A 6-goal lead. Tusinya's shot is wide. Grolot will slow it down and put his glove up on it. Take a bit of a skate and sort of get his mind collected. Remind his teammates there's still a game being played. Task on hand. But you gotta feel that there is going to be a lot that needs to be worked on for this Red Deer team. Again, Chicoutimi rather stingy. 4th overall in the league. Here's Lachance. Duncan Lachance is stoned. Not by Petlanier, by Benoit Pouffelet. And the puck's able to slide to Petlanier, who will stop it. Chicoutimi second, right behind Red Deer in goals scored per game on average. And they are 4th in the league in the regular season in goals. And fewest goals allowed per game. Perrault shot is stopped by Petlanier. Cramler trying to get to it. And there come the Fur Brigade yet again. Pouffelet taking it behind his own net. Happily killing some clock a little bit. Essevesi up to Ovino. Jonathan Ovino looking to find some help. He's got it on the right side into Linson centering. Takes a deflection, goes back behind the net. Ovino is there to recover. And Ovino is now on the left side to keep it in the zone. Kreslin to Linson. Linson tries to go near post. And Grollo is there with the save. Linson fans on it. And a good thing, I think he had an open side of the net to look at. And Grollo is happy to get it back out of his zone. Here they come yet again. Essevesi takes a big hit by Harvenier. Here comes Lidenstone up the ice. Bob Lidenstone over to Rex Delassou. Sort of just slipped over to him. Lidenstone's shot is parried away by the blocker side of Petlanier. Back up the ice, here come the Fur Brigade yet again. Peter Carbon to Reddy. Reddy's shot is not clean. Then it's back behind Reddy again. Over to Carbon, he scores. An 8th goal for the Chicoutimi Fur Brigade. Peter Carbon. His first goal of the playoffs. Eight to 1. I don't think that's a score any of us were expecting in this series on either side. But this has now been yet again a demolition of this Red Deer side by the Fur Brigade, by the 2 seed. William Plant takes the deflection. Plant yet again. Brigade is hit by Rick Lace, and here comes Plain Larocomix with 5 minutes to go left in the 3rd period. Kevin Shellett cross ice pass to Leclerc, and Plant's shot is wide. Here's Brigade yet again, and Konovac. Chicoutimi Fur Brigade, they just do not know how to turn this off, they don't know how to turn the speed down and the aggression down. They've got one level, one setting on the dial, and it's 11. And it wasn't even on there. They had to draw the 11 on there and then turn the dial to it. Here's Emmanuel Perrault, and he's hit before his shot comes off. Coutier recovers. Cramler keeps it in the zone over to Camdurier. Shot is wide, but recovered again by Perrault. Penalty coming against the Fur Brigade, and it's finally touched up by Thantiro. Interference to call. 2.5 to go. The Red Deer on the power play. And yeah, you can see it was just sort of a... oh, it's going to be Kevin Shellett going into the box for interference. So he kind of threw a cross-check there. I guess that'd be interference. Shot, and Petlanier comes up big with it. And looks like we're going to have a tripping call. Are we getting 5-on-3 hockey? Yes, we are. Well, Chicoutimi do not want to get aggressive or sloppy at this moment. Peter Carbon going in, and a 5-on-3 opportunity pretty much to end the game for the Red Deer.
Penalty to number 4. 2 minutes.
Lidenstone shot. It slides right to Petlanier, and here's Louis Quintal. Cannot keep it in, and Pouffelet will dump it all the way down, and they will go chasing Kogelby, and carried by, I think that was Lyman Chinsky. Lidenstone shot. Petlanier is able to hold on to it. Sorry, I think that was Bologna, actually. I got my sweater colors mixed up there. Back down in Kogelby, and Perrault behind the net. But look at this, the bravery And I guess when you're up 7, you can take chances like that. Here's Louis Quintal to Minchensky. To Quintal, he scores! It's not much more than a consolation. But Louis Quintal has found the back of the net for the Red Deer. For the first time in this playoffs, Steve Minchensky getting the assist. Both players recording their 3rd point of the playoffs. Less than a minute to go. There's 5-on-4 action for the Red Deer. Bob Livingston also getting the assist there. His first assist. His first point of the playoff. And these hits are coming in heavy. Dillasow's shot is wide. And there's a bit of urgency coming in just to end on a high note and send a bit of a message for Game 4. Dillasow again. He's got a little bit of help trying to feed to Larakovic. Larakovic makes something out of that shot. And here's Carbon again, trying to feed it in front. Carbon had somebody right there. And here's the shot from distance, and that will bring an end to this game. The Chicoutimi Fur Brigade find themselves 1 game away from the championship finals. Philippe Petlanier, what a game he has put together. What a series he has put together to keep the Chicoutimi Fur Brigade with the level of aggression they've had. They take Game 3. They lead the series 3 games to nothing with an 8-2 victory over the Red Deer. A chance to sweep and clinch the series tomorrow. We'll be back with that, as well as Chilliwack and Oshawa. Until next time, I'm Wade Gordon from Hamilton, Ontario, the CSPHLC Hockey Happy Hour, playoff edition. Let's do that hockey again tomorrow, eh?